words have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract is a re-upload because I've been having some technical difficulties, and is called Idiots, Bullies and Others. It's set in New York, and the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Paul Anderson 37. And as we have no briefing, we will move straight on to our targets today, and we have 5 of them. All must be eliminated whilst disguised as the investment banker, 2 with consumed poison, 2 with a kitchen knife, and 1 with a pistol elimination. We also have only 1 exit. We cannot be spotted, no bodies can be found, no pacifications, no recordings, and we must only eliminate our targets. So for today's challenge, we will be starting on the investment floor, and we're going to be bringing with us a vial of lethal poison, our ever trusty lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So, right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way up to the conference room upstairs, and that is where our first target, Mr. Man, will be located. We do need to be aware of the enforcer in the corridor, and we also need to be aware of 2 cameras, the first halfway up the stairs here, and the second outside of the conference room. And once we have them taken care of, we can casually make our way up the stairs. There is our target, Mr. Man. We need to wait for him to go through his routine. He will finish talking with the investigators and play with his laptop before leaving. And when he does, we can then make our way into the conference room, crouch down and add our vial of lethal poison to the glass on the corner of the desk. And for the purposes of the video, I'm going to waste several minutes standing behind this door while we wait for Mr. Man to return. If you don't want to wait, you can just move on to the bathroom downstairs for our next target. But Mr. Man eventually does come back and goes through his routine, part of which is to drink the poison drink. So once we have target 1 dealt with, we can now make our way back down the stairs, and we have timed this perfectly because our next target is just off to the bathroom. You can see him on the mini-map moving down the corridor. There he is. So we're just going to wait for him to get into the bathroom, and then we're going to follow him in. He's going to go into the cubicle on the right. We're going to go into the cubicle on the left, and we are going to lockpick the cabinet on the wall, and in here we will get a second vial of lethal poison. So all we have to do now is wait for our target to leave. He's just going to play with his hair for a moment in the mirror before moving on and out. We don't want him to see us, mostly because he's an enforcer to this outfit. But if we were in another outfit, he would get spooked and hover around and change his routine. We don't want to do that. So once he leaves the bathroom, we can then make our way into the cubicle next door, add our new vial of lethal poison to the white suspicious powder on the counter there, and then we're going to take our time here. We're going to wait for the target to come back so we can witness the kill. So while we're here, we're going to try and take out the surveillance system. Now I would say that was a direct hit, but apparently I missed. I missed quite a lot anyway, but I'm pretty sure that one was an accurate shot. So we can't take another shot just yet at the surveillance system because our target is returning. So we're going to hide in the canvas crate so that we are not spotted. And when our target goes into the bathroom cubicle, we can then hug the wall outside and get a nice mirrored view of his demise. And I hope that was your best one yet, mate, because it will be your last. Yeah, you're feeling those effects now, aren't you? Not so much fun anymore, is it? Right, so target 2 taken care of. So before we move on to our next target, we are going to try and take one more crack at the surveillance system. Now this will trigger a panic because of the first shot that we missed. So we're just going to hide around the corner here in case anyone comes in. Luckily enough, the panic calms down relatively quickly, and we can then make our way downstairs and to our remaining 3 targets, one of which will come down that corridor at the end of the stairs, and the second we have to trigger a conversation between Ruby Red downstairs in the corridor, but all that will come later. So first things first, we're going to run down past the fired employee and along the corridor past the janitor, who is our next target. We're going to turn off and then on again the radio and hide in the closet, and when our target comes to investigate, we can exit the closet and stick 2 in there back for a pistol elimination. So that's both the poison kills and the pistol elimination. We don't want to put on his outfit, we want to keep our outfit on. Gonna hide his body in the closet provided, just in case, but no one should have found him there. So we're going to move on now and back along the corridor and trigger the conversation between Ruby Red and her admirer down there. And while that is playing out, we might just have time to get to our next target. So we need to make our way into the restroom, close the door to the next room, grab the kitchen knife. I can see that our target unfortunately has got ahead of us. We are running a little bit late. We did get slowed down by the surveillance system. That's where we want to be, where our next target is currently tying his shoes. Unfortunately, Officer Frank is also an enforcer, so we are going to have to leave him for last. So around about now, the Ruby Red conversation will have played out. Ruby Red would have had a phone call, and that phone call would have been eavesdropped on by this lady. And when that phone call finishes, this lady comes in here to ring her employer. And unfortunately for her, we're not going to let her get a word out. So we're just going to stand behind the door until she arrives, and when she does, we can close the door, cut her throat with the kitchen knife and dump her in the closet, and that just leaves Officer Frank. So this is what we were planning to do if we could have got here before Frank did. We're going to make our way into the interview room, and we're just going to wait here awkwardly staring at the young lady in the interview room. There's nothing to see here, dear. Don't worry, I am not a pervert. I just need to be on this side of the door until Officer Frank returns and reties his shoelace again. And when he moves off down the corridor, we are going to move in for the kill. Now, do be aware that the other bank inspector guy, I can't remember his name, is Perez. He might be coming down the stairs ahead of us depending on your timing. Because my timing is messed up, I believe that he is nowhere in the vicinity. So once we get most of the way down the corridor behind Officer Frank, we're then going to cut his throat with the kitchen knife, and we don't have so far to drag him to the nearest closet. And then all we have to do is to make good our escape, and the only available exit to us is the main exit down the end of the teller hall. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of. Quite an enjoyable one. I do like taking out Officer Frank when I can. So we have eliminated all of our targets according to plan, including Frank, and we have met all of our objectives. nobody saw us commit any crimes, so we should hopefully get our silent assassin rating. So apologies for the re-upload on this one. It got to my attention that my voice, the audio commentary, had not come out in the upload. So I've had to re-record it, and I will get this uploaded as soon as possible. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.